Hey everybody, come on in. We're getting ready to get started on TikTok, on Fttv. I just wanted to come on in and say hello. Hello to my Instagram. Hello to my TikTok. You all can see me, but I can't see you. But I wanted to just go ahead and make sure everything was connected. We're going to be making some snacks today. I'm very excited. Welcome in. We'll get started in like 1 minute on Fttv, but I'll be simul streaming. So if you guys see me looking over here, that's the TikTok channel. So if you like spicy and savory, today is your day. You're going to hear me introducing myself a lot. Hey, Randy, I want to say Randy, but I know it's Jurgen. Hello, Jurgen. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate those of you all who have tuned in. And we're going to make some snacks today. So sit back and relax. Oh, let me take the music down. How about that? Always something. Oh, my goodness. Where is it, media? All right, let's take the music down. All right. We are just about ready to begin. You all can watch from the clouds. Excuse me. Or you can be in the chat. Whatever works for you. All right, it's 5 o'clock. Let's go. Hey, everybody, come on in. Welcome. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are going to be making some spicy, savory eggs today. So another recipe has come up in my feed that I want to try with you all. This was a Super Bowl snack recipe. Have I ever made it before? No. Has it ever stopped us? No. So go ahead and tap the screen if you like eggs, if you like spicy and savory. We already have like 17 likes. We made it to double digits. So I'm going to show you all the video that came up in my feed. This one is from Cindy Sanjo, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on my struggle air conditioning over here. Y'all know I'm a woman of a particular age, and I got the dishwasher going, so hopefully it's not too loud. All right, so let me show you all what we're making, and then we will go through it together. All right, so
Party, it's a potluck, and for my dish, I am making these like seasoned eggs with French bread. I saw this recipe on Instagram, and I definitely just want to do it. It's a super simple recipe. We've got cilantro. I made this 2 days ago, and it was so delicious. And as soon as I made it, I was like, okay, this is going to be my meal for Super Bowl. The game starts in 24 minutes.
Okay, so she's just talking about the meal prep, so I'll walk you guys through it. So she has some red onion that she's going to dice. I've got my little gadget, so we're going to dice that. And then she started with cilantro. Really, we're just putting everything in a bowl. And then she has some limes here that we're going to squeeze and some boiled eggs. I know it sounds weird, but we're going to trust the process. And then she puts in like almost a whole jar of chili crisp. So that's going to give us the oil, and that's going to give us some spice. And then she said she saw this recipe on Instagram, and it was just like that. But she decided to add some mayo to it to give it a little bit of creaminess. So I ordered some mayo. If y'all have just seen my feed, I just got a drone delivery from Walmart. I'm so excited. I'm going to open it with you all. Thank you for the roses. Then you mix it together, and then, we need to boil some eggs. So I have my little kitchen gadget for that. We're going to peel them, and then I just rough cut them up. And then you're going to mix your veggie and chili crisp in with the eggs and literally stir. I guess we could season it as needed. She serves this one with crusty French bread. You all know I'm going to do a gluten-free substitute, but this is what we're making. So what do you all think? We're going to try it now. I'm not going to make a Super Bowl size, but this could be a meal. This could be a snack. This could be a lot of things. So we're going to try it together. Okay. So come on in, everybody. We made it to 160 likes. Thank you all so much. So this recipe, along with all of my recipes, are on foodtalktv.com. Of course, I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So I'm going to walk you all through my substitutes. If you can have all the ingredients, please have some for me. All right. Thank you, Cam, for the roses. I appreciate it so much. We're at 200 likes. Let's see if we can get up to 300. Okay, so when I went back through and I looked at her recipe, she said that if you have time, soak your onions in a little bit of water to remove the oniony taste. I don't mind an oniony taste, but we will go ahead and do that. But I think what we'll also do is start with the eggs. Something about, I just want to like start with the cooking of the eggs. Plus I got some gadgets. All right. So come on in, everybody. Happy Friday. We're up to 250 likes. Thank you for being here. If you like savory snacks, you can tap the screen. You can also share this with anyone who's trying to eat, I guess, kind of healthier, simpler, cleaner ingredients. All right. So let me get my gadgets. Go gadget Maggie. So I've got my egg pod. I used to eat a lot more eggs than I do now. And then we have our food manual chopper. Okay, so I just got both of these either from Walmart or from Amazon. You can, of course, boil your eggs over the stove. And yes, my stove does work. Sometimes people ask about that. But I have this like egg cooker. How does it work? I don't know. But you put water in it, you put your eggs in there, and you cook them in the microwave. 6 minutes for soft boil, 7 minutes for medium boil, and 8 minutes for hard boil. So you all can let me know. You can use the egg emoji. Let me know how you like your eggs. All right, so I'm gonna put like that much water in the bottom, like literally just a splash. All right, so I do have some eggs. I have a lot of eggs. If you like this recipe and you have some eggs lying around, maybe you can make this as well. All right, come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We're up to 477 likes. Let's see if we can get to 500. All right. Now, if you saw the video, you saw that she made this for a Super Bowl party, which was like a huge family size. This is a recipe you could scale up or scale down. You like them hard boiled, Jody? So I am going to eyeball it. If you're new at cooking, you want to adjust your ingredients to what you have the smallest recipe of, the smallest ingredient of. And I have some cilantro. No, that one's parsley. Hold up. I did order some cilantro. It's here. And I love cilantro. If you don't, then today's recipe is not for you. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you for the badges, Jessica. Thank you, Mark, for the badges. All right, y'all. So I'm going to do 4 eggs because my little egg cooker does 4 eggs. If you saw the video, it looked like she boiled like a whole dozen eggs. So scale it up as needed. All right. So let's get this started. I'll just put a little bit more water. All right. So we have our raw eggs, and then I'm going to put this in the microwave. I kind of like a medium boil. I really like them jammy, but for a recipe like this where you want the eggs to keep their structure so that they don't like totally fall apart, you probably want to do like a medium or a hard boil. Oh, Bria says the drone delivery. Y'all want to see? Let me show y'all what just came. If you want to see my drone video, put the plain emoji in the chat. We're going to take a detour, y'all. If you're new here, just buckle up. We do a lot here. So I came home minding my business, and I got this postcard in the mail. None of this stuff is sponsored. I'm just sharing with y'all in real time. Is this upside down? So it says here, you've got drone delivery. Did y'all know this? Like Walmart is now delivering via drone. And so they gave you like a free item. I'm so excited. Y'all know I work in tech. So the geek in me is just going nuts. So I sat down and I got the little app set up. Hello, Vonnie. And I was like, what in the world? If y'all want me to unbox it, Wheels wants to see it. So let me show y'all what came. So, believe it or not, I ordered twice. I'm going to show you all this video. I just put it on my page. It's on my TikTok, Instagram, my YouTube. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Let me see. I'm going to show you all. I have some music on it. I don't want it to mess up with the music. Let me see if I can show you just the video. If not, it's totally fine. Okay, y'all. So this is kind of hard to see. So I went outside. I placed this order. I know we're taking a whole detour. Just hold on. So I went outside and I placed this order and it got here in like 9 minutes. I don't know if y'all can see. There's a little like drone in the sky. Did I press play? Yes. So it's hovering over my house. And you set up the app. So there's me. And the drone is lowering down. I don't know if y'all can see that. And it picks a clear area. Y'all see my backyard? And it drops this like, I don't know what you would call it, like this basket. Y'all see it's going down into the backyard? I was like, I can't believe it. So I placed an order. I haven't even opened it. Literally, this just happened, y'all. I am so excited. Focus, Maggie. Back to the recipe. So, if y'all want me to unbox it, put the box emoji in the chat and I'll show you. They put something free for all of us. And then when I was getting ready to do this stream, I realized I don't have mayonnaise for this recipe. Amazing. I know, right? I didn't have mayonnaise. So I placed another order just for mayonnaise. Y'all know I'm already doing Walmart delivery. So if you have a Walmart in your area that does the drone delivery, you can get stuff in like 9 minutes. I'm excited and terrified at the same time. You want to see the box? Okay. So we got 2 of them. So it comes in this little package. Let me show y'all. We're coming to the recipe. Okay, let me put the eggs in the microwave. Hold on, y'all. We're already going. So this is my little egg pod. This is just a microwave egg cooker. You can do this over the stove. I'm going to put this in the microwave for 7 minutes while I unbox for y'all. Okay? So that's a nice little gadget. Go gadget, Maggie. That way, if you're like, I don't know, in a dorm room or traveling, hotel, or students, you know, and you want to have extra protein, that's great. So y'all, this, it's like a little satchel. Isn't it cute? Looks like a little purse, like a little Walmart purse. Okay. So you download this app, you connect it to your Walmart. I know, y'all. Go to my page, Maggie, the substitute teacher. I made a whole video. Oh, I'll show you the rest of it. So they lower it down, and then I went to, let me see. Y'all, this is, I'm such a nerd. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. Okay. So I went and I got this thing, and look, the drone, can you even see it like way up in the sky? So it like literally like lifts up and goes back to from whence it came. So it just dropped it in my backyard, y'all. So this is what the little robot left for me. So to try it out, they put something free in your cart so you can just check out and try this drone delivery service. Oh, sorry, y'all. Did I mess it up? So let's see. Oh my goodness. Y'all, look. Look at my free item. One of these things I can have. They gave me a bottle of water and some Oreos. Why, Walmart, did you send me Oreos? But look, these came in the drone delivery. I should give these away. If you want them, inbox me. I'll ship them to you for free if they'll ship, because once I open them, it's a problem. But y'all, can you imagine that? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's focus. Hello, everybody. I know, amazing. Come on in, everybody. Thank you for, I know, exactly. Hello, Rhonda's here. So yeah, so this was the free item from Walmart. And then I placed another order, which was here in like 9 minutes. I'm about to have some fun with this thing. Okay, focus. So back to the recipe. In case you just came in here, hi, I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are going to be making this dish. This is a spicy, savory egg, I don't know what you would call it, egg dish. All right, you all can come up with a name for it. So now let's get back on task, everyone. Make some Oreo balls with them. Jessica, what are Oreo balls? Do you like crush it? Is it like a cheesecake, something? Y'all know I don't know. Now I'm your substitute teacher because I need to say sugar-free. Trust me, I have had plenty of Oreos in my day. All right, so let's go to the red onion, because she said if you don't like the real onion taste, and I just ordered one, then you want to let your onions soak. So we're going to dice these up and let them soak. Okay, so we need limes, we need cilantro, and then I'll open the other one for y'all. I am so excited, y'all. I wonder if I could ship with these. I could put this in the mail and just slap a label on it. I needed mayo for this recipe, so the drone brought me mayo. Y'all, it's so much. And we need chili crisp. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Jack says, what are you making for dinner? Let's say it's let's just call it a spicy, crunchy egg dip. I don't know. Come on in, everybody. We're at 1,400 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,500. Welcome. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and this is Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Fttv, the home of TikTok's longest-running live cooking show. All right. So our eggs are cooking in the microwave. So now we are going to rough chop this red onion so that we can put it in our chopper. AK says a drone. Where are you located? I am in Atlanta. Now, I had seen this online, so I guess you have to check and see where you live. If the Walmart that you, where's the postcard? If the Walmart that's close to you has this service. But I came home and I checked the mail. If y'all want to screenshot this, this is what came. It says, you've got drone delivery. So literally I came home and this was in the mail. It's got a little coupon on here. Feel free to use it. I don't care. So apparently they will let you know when it's in your area. Hello, Mont. Thank you so much for being here. We're at 2,100 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. All right, let's get into this onion. So now, you know, sometimes Mr. President comes over and he's like, do you have this item or that item? And y'all know I place a grocery delivery, but usually it takes like 2 hours to get to me. Hello, Austin, Texas. Thank you for the badges, Mont. But now y'all can get stuff in like 20 minutes. Okay, focus, Maggie. So we are going to get into this red onion. So this recipe has onion, cilantro, eggs, and then I will add the mayo, but you could do it without the mayo. Maybe we'll do a little bit without the mayo. Sounds good? Hello, Trini. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you all are subscribed. All of our recipes are on foodtalktv.com. There's live cooking content every day of the week, multiple times a day. I think Sundays are interview days. And people who actually know what they're doing. Y'all, I struggle cook, all right? Oh, you love the dress. Thank you so much. Y'all, I went to Ghana over the holidays. Y'all know I brought back so many African dresses with me, but it's been cold. It's actually like 60-something in Atlanta, so I decided, let's go ahead. Okay, let me give this a rinse. All right, we got 50 seconds on eggs, and I think to stop the cooking, I'm gonna put them into like some, what is it, ice water? So let me just quarter our eggs, quarter our red onion, quarter our halves. All right, we're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna get a bowl. I should have done this before. I'm gonna try and get some ice from the freezer without it being too loud, and then some cold water. So come on in, everybody, welcome. I'm at the ice maker. I'm just getting some ice for our eggs. Why? I don't know. Because that's what they say to do to stop the cooking. So as soon as our microwave is done, we're gonna get our eggs out. So I've got some ice. I'm gonna put some water in here. All right, so I got a little ice. I'm just gonna put some water in here. Hello, everybody. Come on in so that our eggs will stop cooking. Oh, it just did. Okay, focus. Why am I doing filtered water? I have no idea. All right, I think that's good. All right, I didn't fill up the whole thing. Now, if it were me, I would just let them sit. But since we need to peel our eggs, I'm going to take our eggs out. Now, this will be hot, so I'm going to carefully just put them in the ice bath and then put it behind me. That's kind of like how you stop it from continuing to cook, okay? So if I can do this carefully. Probably they're supposed to be all the way submerged in ice, but y'all know, I am not a professional cooker. I am just a mom on the internet, and we figure this out together. Have I ever made this recipe before? No, we're gonna try it together, all right, y'all? So that was fun. So I have 4 eggs, but if you look at the recipe, I think it has like a dozen. All right, so we'll get to these later on. Okay, so now we are going to quarter our onions or dice up our onions. If you've got really nice cooking, chopping skills, have at it. I like gadgets, go gadget Maggie. So I'm going to use our little chopper here. So I'm gonna put my roughly chopped red onion in here, and we're gonna pull the string and cut them. Y'all are laughing? Come on in, everybody. So this is just 1 red onion. Of course, you can, what's the word I'm looking for? You can size up or size down. That applies to shoes, but I think y'all know what I'm talking about. We're at 3,200 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's see if we can get to 3,500. Come on in. We'll chop the cilantro in just a minute. So come on in, everybody. Once I get the onions done and soaking in water, I'll show the video again. We are making a snack that's going to be a meal for me. We are going to make some sweet, savory, spicy, savory, crunchy onions. Eggs. Just follow along. All right. The recipe's on foodtalktv.com. So I'm pulling the string here, and y'all can see when you pull the string how it chops. I love this. Now, it's not only a shortcut, but if you cry when cutting onions, this is a great way to keep the fumes out of your eyes. So I just kind of eyeball it. The more you pull it, the smaller they will get. Since this is going to be like a spread or a dip, you probably want to fine dice or smaller. So I'm going to keep going. Uh-oh, did I break it? It's still working. And then I just shake it up a little bit just to make sure there's no like random big pieces. All right, I'll do just a couple more, and then I'm going to fill it with water just so it can kind of soak. That was in the comments. Hello, Babs. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Jan, for the hearts. All right, so I got one big chunk, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to take the blade out. So we have a relatively live chunk going on in here. So I'm just going to fill this with water to cover them. It smells oniony, which I don't mind, but if you really don't like that, she says soaking them in water will take some of the bite out. So this is a non-cooking recipe. Dawn says you need that chopper. Just Amazon. I saw this on, y'all know the Amish lady who cooks without like electricity and stuff. So if you go to Amazon, manual food chopper, and they have 2 sizes. And I love it too, even for like omelets, crack your eggs and different things in there. It'll like whisk them together on their own. Yeah, it's wonderful. I have the small one. Let me see if I can show y'all. Or is it in the dishwasher? Nope. I have the small one. Because we're all at different stages of cooking. So there's the big one, and then there's the small one. And this one is nice for eggs. You can put all your ingredients in here and then pour that directly into the pan. So if you ever see my cooking shorts when I'm making eggs, I love it. Okay, so we're gonna move our red onions behind us. You can see I just kind of covered them in water. My dice isn't that great, but I think it'll all come together. It all comes together in the end. You have a Tupperware one like that? Okay, fantastic. When I saw her use it, I was like, what is that? I need one. So I'm just putting the onions that are up on the side in the water so they can kind of soak. I guess you could like do vinegar if you wanted more of a pickly taste, but all right. So we've got our eggs in our ice bath, and we've got our diced onions. So let me take a break and show you all the video, and then we will continue on because we need to dice our cilantro. So this is the finished product. I think it looks beautiful, and she serves it with garlic bread.
Hey, you guys, I'm going to a Super Bowl watch party. It's a potluck, and for my dish, I am making these like seasoned eggs with French bread.
Seasoned eggs
on Instagram, and I definitely just have to do it. It's a super simple recipe. We've got
cilantro in the bowl.
And it was so delicious, and as soon as I made it, I was like, okay, this is going to be that meal for a Super Bowl. The game starts in 24
Looks like she's doubled everything.
Late, but it's okay. I'll be deliciously late.
Delicious.
It's a really good meal.
So she did a fine dice on her onions. We did a shortcut. Add that to the cilantro. All right, so we're gonna do lots of lime juice. So I have a whole bag of limes. We're gonna do, looks like she boiled a dozen eggs.
I'm gonna add some chili oil.
So I did buy some chili crisp.
Really spicy, so I'm gonna make the entire bottle.
So you can adjust as much chili oil as you want or not. And then we're gonna stir that up. Hello, Michael. And then some more lime juice. So very citrusy. She added mayo to her recipe. If you like creaminess, we'll do that. And then we're going to stir it up again. And you can taste it, salt and pepper it. So we're going to peel the eggs. This is why I'm doing 4. Thank you, Michael. And then we'll do a rough chop on the eggs. And then we're going to add that chili crisp mixture into the eggs. Mark says I need to restart.
And this is it. I'm ready to go.
All right. That's the goal. All right. So let me know before I get my hands knee deep in cilantro. What is the name of this recipe? All right. The name of this recipe is, what do you all want to call it? We can call it spicy and savory eggs. All right. So before I do the cilantro, since y'all are saying something's going on with TikTok, I will restart the live. I have a feeling when I said take the BLADE out of the chopper, I saw a little restricted thing. So for safety reasons, but let me go ahead and come back to you all. And so we shall be back. So hold the phone and we're going to pick up on the cilantro. My other channels, y'all don't have to do anything. All right. All right. So we're going to go back on TikTok. I think it has like a safety thing on there. All right. So we're going to go live. Not a fan of interrupting, but sometimes that's what you have to do. All right, everybody. So we're going to pick up right where we left off, and we are going to do our cilantro. So come on in, everybody. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are going to be doing spicy, savory eggs. Okay, making sure y'all can read that. So we're going to go ahead and rinse off and chop the cilantro, and then we're going to add it to our other ingredients. Okay? So I have one little bunch of cilantro, and I am going to take off. Oh, I love this stuff. If you like cilantro, then today is your day. I know there are some people that don't like it, can't eat it. I don't know what to tell you. I love this stuff. All right. So we're going to get a little colander and give this a nice little rinse, and then we're going to chop it up. I'm going to chop the whole thing, the stems and the leaves. All right. So let's do that. So again, I'm just eyeballing it. We saw the texture or the consistency of the finished product. So we'll chop everything, even if we don't use everything. We'll start with the leaves, and then if we need more, we will add more. We're gonna get all the dirt off of here, and we're gonna save some cilantro as a garnish. That's one little hack. People like to know what they're eating. So if there's like sesame seeds inside your recipe, add sesame seeds on top. So reserve a little bit of it for the garnish, and we will do that. Okay. So now, let's see if we can get our cilantro out. Oh, it smells so good. It just smells fresh and grassy, herby, but not in a bad way. I much prefer cilantro over parsley, and fresh is best if you can get it. All right. So let's go ahead and cover this up. I'm just going to kind of squeeze and blot. I guess you could do like a salad spinner kind of thing. So we're going to chop this up, and then we're going to move into the limes. All right. So you can actually freeze your herbs too. Funnily enough, the recipe that I just did yesterday, I made some rice and beans for Mr. President, and I had chopped up some parsley. I'll show y'all. And I didn't think it was gonna last. I know my top is cracked, but I put this in the freezer. And when I put it into the on the dish, like literally, because it's so light, it just kind of melted into the dish and came alive. So I struggle with herbs. You know, sometimes they go bad. Y'all have seen me with the struggle produce, and I know. All right, I got it all mixed up from drying it off, but let's go ahead and give this a chop. And when you cut into your herbs, you know, it just releases all those, I'm going to say juices and berries. I know it's not juices and I know it's not berries, but yeah. You know what? We probably could put this in the chopper. Head to the chopper. But you know, sometimes you need those little gadgets to speed up your cooking time. Also, if you are teaching little ones how to cook, You know, my mom is a retired home economics teacher. We're gonna run the knife through this and get it nice and to the chopper. I know that's right. We're gonna get this nice and cut up. But when you're teaching little ones how to cook, especially because safety is important, those little gadgets can help them get comfortable in the kitchen. My mom taught me how to cook, me and my brother. And y'all know I'm a boy mom ×2. So I've taught both of the boys how to cook. I love this stuff. Extra cilantro. You can put it on salsa. You can put it on salsa. You can put it on eggs. You can put it in Asian cuisine, in Indian cuisine. So many recipes use cilantro. Even if I'm just doing like steak and mushrooms, you know, it gives you a little brightness. So come on in, everybody. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making a spicy, savory egg recipe. I think this is good. So I'm just gonna probably stop here. Let's go ahead and build our recipe. So the first layer was cilantro. So I'm actually gonna scoop all of this cilantro up. I know I said reserve some, right? Okay. We're gonna reserve some for garnish. And I'm gonna scrape up most of this. I'll move that out of the way. And we're gonna put that in, and then we're going to add the red onions. I haven't had them soaking very long, but I'm fine with it, all right? So come on in, everybody. Thank you all for sharing. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Let's start with our cilantro. This kind of gives me the feeling like we're doing a 7-layer dip. This could be very beautiful, like a, what do they call it? A trifle in a glass dish, all right? So we're gonna do just about all of the cilantro into the first bowl. I'm gonna scrape this up. No cilantro left behind. We did reserve some for garnish, and I'll reserve a little bit more. Okay, so we have cilantro. Let me get a nice little layer. And my reserve, I'm gonna put this behind me for presentation, all right? Save your scraps. You never know, you might need them. Just a little pop of color, all right? Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. So now we have this beautiful, bright cilantro. Next thing we're gonna do is the red onion. So we used our chopper, and we have the red onion, and I'm just gonna go ahead and drain it and add that in, all right? Bab says you have the gene that makes cilantro taste like soap. I am so sorry to hear that. That is a thing. It's very rare. Parsley might be a little grassy. You might be able to do, oh, that's a tough one. Since I haven't made this recipe before, hold the phone on that one. I'm gonna taste it at the end and see, because I'm thinking in my head maybe parsley with a little bit of the lime zest to give it some brightness. I'm also thinking maybe cucumber, you know, something, you need something that's got like a bright bite to it. Hello, retired chef Pat is here. Come on in, everybody, welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making a spicy, savory egg dish. I don't know what we call it. It was a Super Bowl snack, but I think I'm gonna eat it for dinner. Get to the chopper, I know, right, y'all? So we use the chopper to cut up our red onion. So I'm gonna strain those, and then we're gonna add, we'll add all of them. I'm feeling like, why not? Why not, all right? And we'll reserve a little bit. So I'm just gonna pour this out into the sink. This is just one red onion. This is one bunch of cilantro. So I'm gonna drain this. And then we'll put just about all of it. I'm gonna take out the big chunks that got missed. That way, if I need a little extra for garnish, I have the big pieces. All right. We'll reserve some for emergency, for insurance purposes. All right. So far we only had 2 ingredients. We have 1 bunch of cilantro and 1 red onion. All right. So look, this is going to be a very flavorful, punchy recipe. What were you thinking? The same thing, Babs? Aw. Okay, so what do we do next? All right, so let's follow along. This is the recipe that we're recreating. So she started with her bunch of cilantro. This is Cindy Sanjo. This one came up in my feed. She had a big old beautiful bunch of cilantro. So we just chopped that up and it looks like we put the whole thing in. Then looks like she did 2 red onions. You can scale up or down based on how many people you're feeding. So she did a very small, nice dice. Oh, scallions. Yes, on YouTube, they're saying scallions, basil. Oh, that's a good idea. Green onion. If you're doing green onion, though, the lime. If you're doing green onion, I lost the video. I would probably, one second. I started touching stuff. Okay. I would probably do less, maybe half of the red onion if you're going to do green onion. Okay, so now we are going to juice our limes. So I'll just leave this here. So not only does it have citrus, not only does it have onion, this has lime juice. So this is not for the faint at heart. Thank you all so much. We made it to 4,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 5,000. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're doing another struggle cooking class, another experiment. Okay, so I'm going to turn the cutting board over. We're going to roll our limes. Roll with it, baby. We're going to roll our limes and then get those juiced. Mom says clean as you go. So I'm just rinsing this stuff off. Uh-oh. Y'all already know what happened. Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Yes, scallions, great idea. I should have ordered some. But yes, if you can't have cilantro, that could work. That could absolutely work. Replacing the paper towels. Because I wash a lot. all my life I had to wipe. So we want to make sure that we have our supplies. And then we're going to get these limes juicing. And I'm feeling generous, so I think I'm just going to do the whole bag. Maybe save 1 lime. All right. So let's turn this over. Okay. So we have, gosh, looks like half a dozen limes here. Thank you all so much. We're at 6,000 likes. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making a spicy, savory egg recipe. We have 4 boiled eggs behind us. Do I need to cut some more eggs? I'm wondering, y'all, should we cook some more eggs just in case? Because I don't know if 4 is going to be enough. Just looks like it's going to make a lot. Let's do that, just in case. Since they can go in the microwave. And then we're going to be juicing these limes. If we don't use all of the eggs, that's fine. We can have them for snacks or anything else. But I'm just watching this grow, watching the volume grow. And I'm a little bit worried that I might have underestimated, especially since she did a whole dozen. My mom taught me to cook with my senses, right? Don't ever just follow a recipe exactly. You know, use your eyes, look and see if it's coming together. When you have a recipe like this, that's like a dip or a spread, you want to make sure that you are, you build like the perfect bite. So you have a little bit of everything on the bite. All right. Thank you all so much. We're at 7,000 likes. Come on in. Let's go ahead and put these in and I'll just do 7 minutes again. All right. Those are still in ice water. Okay. I'm going to rinse off the limes. And then we're going to roll them and then we're going to juice them. It's a cool gadget. Yeah, it's called the Egg Pro, I think. And, you know, I'm always thinking about not everybody has access to a full kitchen. You know, sometimes we have travel nurses or truckers or students, but that lets you boil your eggs in the microwave. And I'll show it to you when it comes out. Thank you, Fran Diego, for the hearts. Okay, so let me get my lime juicer. All right, so we're going to roll the limes on the cutting board or on the counter so that I'm gonna move this behind me just so I don't mess anything up, y'all, because I'm always worried I'm gonna like drop something in it. So we're gonna roll these on the counter so that they can release some of the juices. Oh, you like cooking over baking? Yeah, I'm not a baker. I'm a cooker, not a baker. Baking for me is kind of, you really have to commit because once it goes in, you know, you're gonna set it and forget it. All right. So if your limes are a little bit firm, these were actually pretty tender. Yeah, they were actually pretty tender, but rolling them gets the juices to flow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut. No, I think I'm gonna cut. There we go. And then we'll juice them in just a minute, all right? So if you like citrus, today's your day. Yeah. But I know some people are really good bakers. There's a lot of people who are really good at precise measurements and everything comes out well. That doesn't really work for me. I'm always touching stuff. I'm always doing stuff. But today is a no cooking recipe. So if you don't want to cook, you know, if it's hot where you are, or, you know, you're in the South like me, and you don't want to turn on, y'all, what's going on? You don't want to turn on your stove, and you got a crowd to feed. Uh-oh, we lost one. I'll just do one more. Seems like it's a lot of lime juice. Hello, Christina. Thank you so much for being here. We got the beautiful Lie in the house. Come on in, everybody. We are making a spicy, savory egg snack. All right, so you can feed a lot or a little. So we've cut up half of our limes. Let's go ahead and squeeze these in and start getting our things stirred up. That's the final goal. All right, so far all we have in here is cilantro and red onion. So we are going to do as much lime as you would like. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 limes. So I'm going to do 8 halves. Now, when you juice your lime like this, I wouldn't toss it. I would put this in a pitcher of tea or with some water and sweetener, make your own little limeade. You can get multiple uses out of it. All right, so we're up to the point where she's doing her limes, and then we're going to do the chili crisp. And when we get everything in there besides the eggs, we'll taste it. Now the chili crisp is gonna have obviously pepper, but it's gonna have some salt in it too. We're up to 10,500 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. We are making a savory and spicy egg snack right now. I am juicing limes into our bowl of red onion. It's a lot of lime. Red onion and cilantro. And if you don't have lime, I'm sure lemon would substitute as well. So a couple more halves, but yeah, it's getting pretty juicy, pretty limey. That's good. Thank you so much. Y'all like the dress. Y'all know I was born in Ghana. So since it's a tropical environment, that's one of the reasons I love going home for the holidays. Because when it's cold here, it's nice and warm there. And I pick up dresses everywhere I go. So that'll probably be my summer uniform. Okay, so we have our limes in here. Now we're gonna open up the chili crisp. Whew, that's hard on the hands. Okay, so you can do any chili crisp that you like. I just have this one, the Fly by Jing. They have an extra spicy, they have an extra crunchy. You could do whatever you have. Maybe you already have one in the pantry. Believe it or not, I know it says chili crisp, but it's really not too hot. It just adds a little bit of flavor. So I'm gonna give it a shake. And then we're gonna do like a heaping tablespoon in here. Thank you for the roses, Babs. Hello, Pit Specialist. Thank you so much for being here. We made it to 12,000 likes, everyone. Come on in. We are adding our chili crisp to our lime juice and our red onion and our cilantro. Okay, so let's see if I can get a heaping. She put the whole jar in there. I almost got the one that was extra crunchy. I'll do 1 more tablespoon. And then we're going to stir it up. Let me move this out of the way so I don't knock it over. All right, so we're going to stir this up. And then we're going to taste. Before we add the mayo and before we add the eggs, just to see. Y'all, it smells so good. Hello, Thundercat in Somerville, South Carolina. Thank you for the love. You're my neighbor. You probably know where Paris Island is. You all know that I'm a Marine mom. And when Marcus went to boot camp, he graduated at Paris Island, South Carolina. Y'all know I'm in Atlanta. So it's just 1 state away. Okay, so far it's looking really good, nice and colorful. It smells very intense, but I like it. So I'm gonna give this a taste first and see how we like it for spiciness, for liminess, for cilantro-iness, for onioniness. I'm looking at it, there's a couple big chunks in there, but it does look kind of balanced. And then, this stuff is good, but it makes a mess. Then we're gonna go ahead and peel our eggs, all right? Thank you. Oh, thank you, Salita from Arkansas. Y'all can shout out where you're watching from. Make sure you're subscribed to Food Talk TV. There's live cooking content every day of the week. I'm with you all Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern. All right, so I'm just gonna get a little bite. It's gonna be kind of pungent, but we've got, I want some chili. We got some chili crisp, we've got some red onion, and we've got some cilantro. Oh, wow. Ooh. It's good. Woo! It tastes very, if you like spicy pickles, thank you for all the love, Pit Specialist. It has the lime and the, thank you for all of the puffs and the hearts and the roses. Y'all know I'm old, I don't know what's going on. This is wonderful. It really doesn't need any salt and pepper. I'm just gonna put a little salt in there, but it is very, very bright. So I can see why she served this with French bread. I'm just gonna do a little salt. I don't think it needs any pepper. I'll stir it again and take 1 more bite. We're gonna get the eggs and mayo in there. We'll try it without the mayo. And then I think I will add some mayo because it is very, very bright, like 9 out of 10 brightness. Okay, let's get another little bite. So good. All right, cilantro, red onion, lime juice, and chili crisp. So now I'm gonna stop there. Oh, this is good. Okay, that one wasn't the tasting spoon. Let's go ahead and peel the eggs. I have 4, and we'll see how that's looking and then see if we need 4 more. So come on in, everybody. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're up to 13,000 likes. Now we had our eggs, and I put them in ice water. So I'm gonna take these out, and I'll peel these, and we're just gonna do like a rough chop. And then I'm gonna get the ones from the microwave and put them into the cold water. It's still cold, even though the ice is melted. So yeah, you can boil on the stove. I got this at Walmart. It's called the Egg Pot. It cooks 4 eggs in the microwave. 6 minutes for soft boiled. 7 minutes for medium boiled. Uh-oh, we cracked one. And 8 minutes for hard boiled. So it's steaming. I'm gonna try and put these in. All right. Quickly. Okay, done. So I'm just gonna let these sit behind me and stop the cooking process. Oh, I forgot to show you. It has this other little gadget. Let me see if I can do it. Not only does it cook the eggs, but it takes the shells off too. Oh gosh, please work. If it doesn't work, it's gonna be a disaster. Usually I just peel them by hand because I'm old. But if you have issues peeling eggs, I'm gonna put the water back in there. Is the water supposed to be in here? It's been so long, y'all. But the metal on the inside, you put the little latches on there and then you shake. And the egg just peels off. little, how do they call it? Like a little gimmick, but it does work. All right. So now that only works if your eggs are, these are kind of soft, so we got them just in time. It only works if your eggs are set. I think this one is a little bit jammy. I'm okay with that jam on it, but probably should have cooked them longer. I need to get that one taken a look at. As long as it works, I know. Patty is right. I think I'm going to go ahead and peel the other ones, and I'm going to make a judgment. I don't think I'm going to leave them in that cold water. So this is where you could get the kids in the kitchen to help you peeling eggs, and we'll give them a rinse in just a second. I think these are kind of soft. There's all kind of little hacks that you can do to make your eggs peel really easy, but we're just getting it done. Since this is going into like a spread, it doesn't have to be perfect, but those are probably softer. All right, so let's get the other ones out and let them do their thing. Welcome everybody, come on in. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Patty says 39. Who's 39? I'm 50. Aw, thank you, Juan from Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. I love the Caribbean. I haven't been to Trinidad though. I know, is it still Carnival? Those of you all who get to celebrate Carnival, I have heard great things about the Trini Carnival. Pit specialist says, young lady, I'm 50. I still feel young on the inside. I know I'm old, y'all. I am happily a golden girl. Ah, vinegar helps with peeling. But you know, for me, and that's great. That's a great tip. For me, it's just sometimes some of these repetitive motions, even if it's kind of the tedious way, it just kind of soothes me. Cooking is my my happy place. You know, we all have something, whether it's gardening or twisting on a car, ordering groceries. Some people like, y'all know me and my drone delivery. We just talked about that. But some people like, you know, Mr. President, my parents still like going to the store and picking everything by hand. All right, this one is a struggle, but we're gonna make it work, y'all. And one more. And we're gonna give these a good rinse. We don't want any shell in our spicy, savory eggs. Pit specialist is 40. I remember 40. I did a big 40th birthday. It was wonderful. When I turned 50, I took a trip and did a photo shoot. It was quiet and it was lovely. Ah, yes, you like doing laundry? Yeah, we all have things that kind of calm us down. I think we should have things that calm us down. You didn't ask me that, but that's my opinion. Okay, so I'm just going to put these eggs in here, and I'm going to make sure I rinse them well. Some of them look, yeah, this one is way too soft. I think the yolk's already cracked, so get that out of the way. I'm just going to rinse these, make sure I get all the shell off. And then we're just going to do a rough chop. And I'll get another bowl to put them in. Yeah, because if you watch the video, she puts the eggs in a separate bowl. And I think we will do the mayo. I think some creaminess will be good. Yes, cooking helps your skills. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so let me get another bowl. We're done with the lime. I think we're limey enough. Let's move this over here. Let's get another bowl. Hey, hold up. All right. Y'all know those cooking shows where everything is laid out perfectly? This is not that. We struggle over here. All right, so we're going to take our eggs. Now we've got them all nice and cleaned up, and we're just going to quarter these, all right? Quarter, slice, whatever you like. So this should be, you know, soft boiled. Ooh, y'all, look at this. Is this not perfect? Look at that. This might be a little soft for some of y'all, but I love that jamminess, okay? Jam on it. Now, if you don't like the jamminess, oh my gosh, could you imagine this on a beautiful plate like with some sesame seeds? Doesn't that look lovely? All right, focus, Maggie. So we're just gonna go ahead and cut them all. Some of them are softer than others, but I say do your eggs to your liking. They may be a little jammy, but you could absolutely do this with a hard-boiled egg. Uh-oh, that one was really soft. I probably should have done 8 minutes. But it's all gonna come together. We're gonna put these in the bowl, and then we're going to add some mayo to our mix, get that a nice consistency, and then combine. And you can absolutely do this without the mayo if you wanted to keep it lighter and lower calorie, because the eggs looks good. Hello, Jenny Jean. I love saying that, Jenny Jean. If you want to keep it lower calorie and avoid the mayo, which is the original recipe, you're gonna have your egg jamminess. Uh-oh, I still got some shell. We're making a mess, but it's fun. Still got a little shell there. Okay, that one feels good. Okay, so now I'm going to move all of this over into our other bowl. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making a spicy and savory egg dish. All right, so I'm just going to get, I need to get another bench scraper. Let's see, I'll just use my hands. We don't have to be that fancy. Oh, and they're still kind of warm. Let me move it over so y'all can see. So this was about 7 boiled eggs. For me, soft boiled, but do your eggs how you like, all right? Absolutely can do this with hard boiled. All right, so let's clean this up. So we have our eggs, and we have our, I'm gonna call it salsa. I know it's not salsa. And then she said she added some mayo to this to give it like a nice little creaminess. We'll do that. I placed a drone order and got some mayo because I didn't have any. You could absolutely do like a light mayo or something that's lower in calorie. You love eggs? Me too, Patty. All right, so we've just got some regular Hellmann's. You could do Dukes. You could do the Kewpie mayo that's got a little zip to it. I probably should have got that since this has got that nice flavor. Okay. So we're gonna do a hefty dollop of mayo, and then we're gonna stir. You can eyeball it, do more or less. All right. Just move this. I tasted it before we added the mayo. It was very zippy. If it's too bright for you, you can cut it with the mayo. You could probably even do like a Greek yogurt that might be healthier. The first time I make a recipe, I always try to make it exactly the way they do. And then after that, you can doctor it up. All right, so we added some mayo. Let me give it a taste. And we're gonna add our eggs to it. And then that's it. All right, let's see how this is with the mayo. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all. Whatever happened, I don't know. If before was like a level 10, excuse me, it's now like a 7, 8. It's not like hit you in the mouth. It's still very bright, but not bad at all. Okay, so now we're going to add, we're at this point, y'all can see, she's adding the mixture to her eggs and then stirring it up. And she serves it over with French bread. Y'all know we're not doing French bread. All right, so let's see how it looks here. I feel like I want to reserve some. All right, so let's stir it in. Or really, I'm gonna get a spatula, we'll fold it in with the egg so we don't damage them further. You could also do this recipe with store-bought boiled eggs. Oh yeah. And we'll get a nice little dish. All right. So we're gonna make it look better. I think it looks pretty good. Let me give it a taste, and then I'm gonna show you all what we're gonna have ours with, and we're done. You can do like extra eggs and substitute the mayo for Greek yogurt for a nice high protein meal. It's good. I want a little bit more salt and a little bit more chili crisp. So a little salt and pepper, because we added, it was perfect before, but we added those eggs, and so that kind of diluted it. So I'm gonna add some salt, and then 1 more spoon of the chili crisp. And I'm using this one, the Fly by Jean. You can use whatever. Yeah, if you're tired, this is, hey, to our vegetarians, this is a vegetarian recipe. I'm gonna try and get the chili crisp without the oil, so it's not watery, but I'm gonna put in that whole spoon of chili crisp. All right, I don't need any more oil in there. Oh yeah. So let me give that a taste, and we're gonna put it in a nice little dish. Oh, I want the crispy bits. They make an extra crispy one. It's so good. I want a crunch. I'll show y'all what we're making. And I have a solution for that. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's like, it's punchy, it's citrusy, it's herby, it's bright. It's vegetarian if that's important to you. Okay, so let's do this. Oh. For presentation, we're gonna put it in a nice bowl. She put hers in a like a casserole dish. She made enough for like a Super Bowl party. And then we're gonna put some extra garnish on top. Y'all remember we saved a little bit of our green onion. All right, let me just clean up the sides. I didn't put in there, but since it's got that chili crisp, you know, this would really be good with like seaweed snack. All right, we're gonna put a little bit extra on top there. Let's get the cilantro. I don't think we need any more onion or lime. Since the cilantro got kind of buried in there, we're gonna add some extra on top. And then our substitute for the bread, y'all, I got grain-free tortilla chips, because you gotta have a crunch. I have regular sea salt, and then I have lime. If you think I should do the lime, put the lime emoji. If you think the regular one, is there a nacho emoji? So let's move everything so I can take a shower. So I can take a picture, and I'll show you all the video, and then we'll plate it. And then we'll taste it with the crunchy chips. Then I'll let you all have your dinner. Oh, hello, Diana. Oh, thank you so much, Comfort. Oh, you like that, Jurgen? Okay, use the lime. I figured y'all would say that. Okay, so let's get a bowl of some lime chips. Let's try and do a little portion control. All right. So you could use regular nachos, but these are grain-free if you need to avoid flour. So I got these, I think from Walmart. So they're paleo and vegan, if that's important to you. So this is a vegetarian recipe. All right, portion control. I can have 16. We're just gonna say that's about, okay. So me take a picture. It looks so pretty, y'all. What do you think? All right. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at that. We made that. And you can put that on your spread if you're having company over, some snacks, or make it into a meal like I'm going to. I guess you could even add like protein to it, chicken if you wanted to. And we do one with the flash, and then I'm going to do a video. Oh, oops. All right, so today we made the Cindy Sanjo spicy savory egg dish. I'm serving mine with grain-free tortilla chips. These are eggs, chili crisp, cilantro, red onion, mayo, and lime juice. Enjoy. All right, y'all. So if you just came in, this was the goal, and this is what we made. So we started with cilantro. We cut up the cilantro. I'm going to taste it, y'all. That's heavy. All right. We started with cilantro. We cut up a whole head of cilantro and put that in the bowl. And then we added red onion. So you dice your red onion and also add that in with the cilantro. I'm trying to think. Y'all said scallions if you can't do cilantro. So you want to dice them up really fine. Add that to your cilantro. And then I did about 4 limes, and you're going to juice the limes in there. And then I would say hard boil your eggs or buy them already boiled. And then you're going to add, she put the whole jar of chili crisp in there. That does add a kick, but not really, really hot. Lime chips, I know, absolutely. And then you stir it up. That's the original recipe. She added more lime juice to hers, and I added a little bit of salt to mine. And then after that, she added mayonnaise just to give it a little bit of a creaminess. That's optional. You can have it really bright if you like to. And then she stirred it up. And then she peeled her boiled eggs. She did like a dozen boiled eggs. And then you're going to cut them up. And then we cut them up and put the salsa on top. And then you stir it up. And then this is what she took to a Super Bowl party. She served it with crusty bread. And she put it in a baking dish just like that. And that was the finished product. So you all can see that's hers. And then you could also put some extra red onion. Let's put some extra red onion on there just for a kick. And then I'll taste it with the chips. And then I'm going to let you all go. Just putting, remember, save a few of your ingredients just as a garnish. All right. So this is, oh, y'all can't see. This is my version. It looks like my dress. This is the version. Looks fantastic. All right. So we're going to get a nice big chip. I'm going to go in there. I want some chili crisp. I want some egg. Yeah, you definitely need something that's going to hold up to the weight of all of that. Y'all, oh my gosh. It's so good. It has so many layers. It doesn't hit you with the heat right away. At first, it tastes like the creaminess of the egg. And then when it goes down, you have the cilantro and the onion. And then it's kind of like finishes with a little bit of heat, but not too much. I'm telling y'all. 9 out of 10. The only thing, like, I'm not a vegetarian. Like, I would want like some chicken. Like you could do, watch me do this, y'all. If you had like some Tyson chicken or something, you could like put some chicken in there. But I'm going to keep it vegetarian. But this would be a great snack to share with others or portion it out and have that as part of your lunch. I'm sure when you put this in the fridge and then all of the flavors come together, it'll be even better. And yeah, sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. The only swap I would make instead of mayo, I would do either a low-calorie mayo or Greek yogurt. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you all go so I can sit down and eat this and have a good time. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Thank you all so much. We made it to 28,000 likes. Let's see if we can end on 30,000. This recipe and all of my recipes are on foodtalktv.com. You can also ask your favorite Amazon device to open Food Talk TV, and it'll give you the recipe. There's lots of cooking content every day of the week, multiple times a day. Thank you all so much. I'm vamping. We're at 29,000 likes. I'm with you all Fridays at 5 p.m. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's the same content everywhere because I'm old and I'm not changing it. But I make food and femininity content. So if you're interested in that, I'd love to see you all online. All right, we made it. Thank you for 30,000 likes. Oh, y'all, it just gets better and better. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody. Y'all, this is so good. Every bite just has its own little character. This is TikTok, y'all. It does so much. All right, everybody. I'm going to check the comments, and then I'm going to sit down and let you all go, but it's yummy. It's really, really yummy. I just want some chicken in it. Oh, the creaminess of the egg is perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jurgen. Thank you, Ethel. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, the lime chips are delicious. Why be regular when you can be extra? Absolutely. Make it into a meal. I'm already starting to, the spice is starting to get to me. Hello, Diana. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a while. I'm still here, you all. Fridays is my live stream, but I do post every day. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. All right. I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. And yeah, I can't think of what I'm doing next, but I guess I'll see you all next Friday or sometime before then. All right, everybody. Bye.